I have been trying to record this video all day and have just not had success, but I'm hoping it's the end of the day and all my tears are kind of spent. But I'm going through a breakup, and it is not fun, and it's not easy. Actually kind of sucks. But there is a line that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote in the Fellowship of the Ring that is kind of getting me through this and helping me cling to hope, even though it's a line that doesn't really bring much hope, to be completely honest. But I think it's one of the most brilliantly written pieces of literature and just paragraph chunks that I've ever read in my life, especially about what this topic is about, which is how there is danger in light and joy, as Tolkien writes, about how there are things in life that we experience that brings us a lot of pain. And one of those things in particular is love. The deeper that we love people, the deeper that we love, our pets and like things that we have in this little world, the more pain that we probably will experience when we lose those things. And I think that's something not to be scared of or fearful of, but I actually think that's something to go full into. Because what a blessed life that you live when you can experience that level of pain because you loved something or someone that much. And this line, I just want to read it for you. It comes in the final little bit of the Fellowship in Lothlorien. And Gimli, who's my favorite character probably still, is in a conversation in the boat with Legolas. And he's talking about this very idea. "I have looked the last upon that which was fairest," he said to Legolas' companion. "Henceforward I will call nothing fair unless it be her gift." He put his hand to his breast. Now he's talking about Galadriel, who, if you know the movies too, you know how much affection he has for Galadriel. In the books, it's even better. In the books, they come and Gimli hates her in the beginning and then thinks that she is the greatest being on Middle Earth after their short interaction. And he has this chivalrous love toward her that is my favorite thing in the entire book. And then this is what he says further, which is truly devastating. "Tell me, Legolas, why did I come on this quest? Little did I know where the chief peril lay. Truly Elrond spoke, saying that we could not foresee what we might meet upon our road. Torment in the dark was the danger that I feared, and it did not hold me back. But I would not have come had I known the danger of light and joy. Now I have taken my worst wound in this parting. Even if I were to go this night straight to the Dark Lord. Alas for Gimli, son of Glóin." And then Legolas' response is pretty beautiful too. "Nay," said Legolas, "alas for us all, and for all that walk the world in these after days. For such is the way of it, to find and lose, as it seems to those whose boat is on the running stream. But I count you blessed, Gimli, son of Glóin. For your loss you suffer on your own free will, and you might have chosen otherwise. But you have not forsaken your companions, and the least reward you shall have is that the memory of Lothlorien shall remain ever clear and unstained in your heart, and shall neither fade nor grow stale." "Maybe," said Gimli, "and I thank you for your words. True words, doubtless, yet all such comfort is cold. Memory is not what the heart desires. That is only a mirror." It is such a devastating line because all of us in our life have experienced a loss to different varying degrees, but probably to some of the same extent as Gimli has experienced here. I know that some of you have shared in the channel and then in the comments about people that you've loved that you've lost, whether that might honestly just be something like me, just going through a breakup, whether that is actually someone passing away that you love. I know there was a comment last week that I was talking to someone and they were mentioning that their husband had passed away. To experience pain like that it's unbearable. And we have to go through things in our life because that is our lot in life. We have to experience those things because that is what life is not about, but that is what life entails. But I think there are two responses that we can have, and I find myself flitting between both of those. But I think I know what the proper response is. The first response is to retreat, to not want to experience that pain anymore. And so you run away and you insulate yourself by never really loving anything or anyone again. That's obviously not the solution, but it is what a lot of people do, myself included sometimes. But there is another thing. And I think this is what Tolkien talks about. It's a much more profound way to say the idea of better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Because Gimli almost says the opposite. He says he would never have come on this quest had he known the danger of light and joy. And I love that line so much. That there is a danger to our love, there's a danger to the light, and there's a danger to the joy. And that when those things are gone, there is immense pain that can follow. And I know, again, that some of you have experienced those kind of pains and those kind of sufferings. But I think the response of Gimli here and the response of even Legolas, of imploring him and encouraging him, saying that he has not forsaken his companions and he'll still have this memory forever, is something that is really all we have. And I think it's an encouragement that we just put one foot forward in front of the other. And even though we may really suffer pain from these people or these things that we've lost, we can always remember them in our hearts. And I think this is my favorite theme of all of Tolkien's work. And I talk in hyperbole a lot, but I think this is by far my favorite theme. And this is why I love the Harry Potter books so much. This is my favorite theme in all of literature. The idea of love and the power of love. And that if you are scorned in love, or if someone that you love passes away, or if you experience a breakup or a divorce, or whatever it might be, you can still carry that person with you. You can still know who that person is. And you can still love that other person. It's one of my favorite lines in the Marvel series. What is grief but if not love persevering or enduring, or something like that. I botched it, but I think no one writes it better than J.R.R. Tolkien here. I would not have come had I known the danger of light and joy.